with the first score of the night. Just an improbable sequence of events. It looked like Oak Ridge was going to make a big stop on a bad snap, and Jones came out smelling like a rose. That young man there, Richard Thomas, with the pass completion to keep the drive alive. And Guy with 8 rushes, 54 yards in that drive. Look at that great kick defense there as Nate Collier came down to make the tackle on Demetrius Cox.
Yes, these little sophomores for Jones are just having an incredible night tonight. That one was Collier coming right down the field, making a great open field tackle. He's been carrying the ball. He's been running the ball. He's been making tackles on special teams.
An 80-yard drive, 6 minutes and 2 seconds. Anthony Gay with the touchdown from 20 yards out. And Oak Ridge has done a good job of moving the football, but when they've been close to the Jones goal line, they've not been able to convert. Here is Cabrera trying to sweep. Gets tackled from behind as he gets to the 27-yard line. Henry comes up to make the stop for the Jones Tigers.
So Travis Henry making a big tackle there. Cabrera would still be running if he hadn't managed to climb on his back and stop him. They're running the option back to the weak side of the field, setting the formation to the strong side, and there's no help in the secondary after the outside linebacker there. You see the safety coming over, but at that point, if Henry doesn't make that tackle, it's a foot race between Cabrera and the safety.
Boy, that fullback, Antonio Battle, really got hit hard, and he didn't even have the football. And movement on the line. You saw Joe Joseph for Oak Ridge move. Yeah, that'll be a penalty against Oak Ridge. Joe Joseph broke in as a freshman last year, right?
On the offense, 5-yard penalty, replay, first down.
So you would take another look at it here. When somebody that big as Joe Joseph, you can't really argue or complain. He's only 6'4", he's only about 270 pounds, and he's only a sophomore, which means he's probably still going to grow a little bit.
Second down. This is Cox. He will find no running room. Great linebacker play. Star Davis.
That's just speed out of the linebacker. There was a hole there. There was a place to go. We'll take a look at it here. There's no one really in the picture. And then all of a sudden, Star Davis comes flying in from the right side to stop that run before it could really get going. Just tremendous out linebacking speed from Jones. They're going to have to, Oak Ridge needs to start getting those linebackers or maybe running more straight ahead forward plays.
There you see the rushing yards tonight. Oak Ridge with more, but they trailed in the scoreboard. 3rd and 9, Cabrera in trouble and gets hit. Number 80, Abram Hollis, really put the leather on Cabrera.
Abram does a great job in there of fighting off a block as Cabrera's rolling out. You'll see Hollis at the bottom there with the fullback and the tailback, sort of fights both of those off and just stands his ground as Cabrera tries to pull it down and make a nice gain on what was 3rd and long. And there was just no going anywhere for that.
Wayne Hodge is summoned in to punt again for Oak Ridge as their drive stalls. Here comes a good rush. The punt is not a good one. It's going to go out of bounds at the Oak Ridge 39-yard line. Boy, not a very good punt at all. Only 20 yards. It went practically straight up in the air. And the Tigers already leading by 7. Great field position.
They have had the field position in their advantage all night long, starting with excellent field position. And now they've had some good runs to the outside. They really haven't thrown the ball effectively yet. But with that, the runs they were able to put together, it's going to start opening up other things. And I'd look for Cantrell Rogers to really start becoming active in this offense.
This is Anthony Gay. Boy, why not give him the football? He had a great last drive as he ended that 80-yard drive with a 20-yard run. Ben Houghton, the senior linebacker, came in to make the tackle, and we have a Jones player on the field, injured.
You see Gay, they're just giving the handoff deep to him and letting him be fast, letting him be elusive. You see Houghton come flying in there, splitting what should have been the fullback block and making that tackle. You see one of the defensive lineman rolled up on the back of the offensive line, and that's the injury we have down right in there, too.
Sean Priester is the player on the field for Jones. Did you see the way Gay carried that football? I mean, he's leaving a lot of it out from under that arm.
He's still young. He's still a sophomore. He doesn't realize what it is he's actually fully doing yet. So he's just out there playing the game. And got to learn to tuck that ball. That's something a junior and a senior will learn about. We'll take a look at it there, and you can see the Houghton rolling up on back of the offensive lineman's leg. And
Ron, why didn't you warn me before you showed me?
I didn't quite realize it was going to be quite like that.
Wow, we hope that Sean is okay, but you saw him take a blow behind his knee, and that is, boy, that could be a serious injury. We hope not, but look, he can hardly. Well, he's putting a little bit of pressure on that knee. So Sean Priester has been knocked out of this game. You know, the last 4 years in this series, the margin of victory has been a touchdown or less.
Yeah, this is a tight, hard-fought, well-played series. Both of these teams going at each other, not really a great difference in either team as far as being able to score. They're playing each other tough and close.
Wayne Haas won that game last year with an extra point in overtime. 6:46 to play, first half, and now we get movement on the line of scrimmage. Big Charles Brown came across the field.
Yeah, Charles Brown, once he starts going forward, it's hard for him to stop.
Yeah, I know.
And, you know, I mean, he's just a big kid. And speaking of big kids, where do big kids get bigger?
Dead ball.
They eat at the Deli Planet, a gourmet sub shop
5-yard penalty.
in downtown
replay, second down.
Orlando. There's the number to call for great sandwiches. You talk about a selection. I mean to tell you, more chicken, different ways you can eat chicken sandwiches than you can shake a stick out. The Deli Planet supplied the pregame meal for our staff for the high school game of the week tonight at the Citrus Bowl. Second down and 1. Here is Gay getting a first down. He gets across the 15, the 25 rather. So they replaced Sean Priester in the lineup and went right up the middle of the field with Gay.
We'll take another look at it here. The Jones offensive line is doing a great job of getting off the ball quickly, opening up just a little crack, and then Gay is making the rest of it happen, just squirting right in through those holes and getting 6-7 yards a carry.
First and 10 for the Tigers. 6:06 to play first half. This is Morris this time, not Morris, but Nate Collier, excuse me, and flags complying, and he doesn't get much.
Yeah, I think on the tackle there, Tony Nelson, the major, swinging out there on the side, I think grabbed a little bit of a face mask. Collier almost ducked under that, so I think that's why Nelson was just grabbing whatever he could on that tackle.
Boy, Coach Wedstrom cannot be happy with the penalties by his football team
Yeah,
here. Wait, there it is.
It might be a little bit of a face mask.
Face mask on the defense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
I think just to call it that was kind.
Boy, if you don't go with that, you could be looking out. You could not be looking because the front of your helmet would be behind your head.
You got to start looking out of the little ear holes there and hope none of those big guys are coming after you.
First and 5 for the Tigers on the march at the Oak Ridge 20. Here's Gay. He found a seam and then got hit at the 16-yard line by number 44, Kenny Guest. Otherwise, that could have been a big run for Anthony Gay.
Yeah, he's just got good quicks in there. He was able to make a man miss just with speed. We'll see it right here as gets the handoff deep in the backfield and then accelerates, and then he just cuts right there, darts right past the defender before the defender can even set, and then you got a good open field tackle, getting the helmet across the body, and Gay's just a tiny guy, so it doesn't take a lot to get him down once you catch him.
5'8", 151. Boy, he's starting to make a name for himself here in the second game. Right up the middle is Collier, and Collier gets to the 10-yard line, and that's going to be another first down for the Tigers as Everett Wolfram made the tackle.
Before the game, we were talking with Coach Benjamin, and we were talking a little about Charles Anthony. And he was saying, you know, we got a couple guys that in the long run could be as good or better. And these are the two we're seeing tonight. We'll take another look at it here as you just see Nate Collier squirt right through that hole before anybody can get off their tackles, and he's into the secondary for a positive gain.
A fumble! Pile up, who's got the football? The Oak Ridge Pioneers have stopped the Tigers on the turnover. The ball just popped out of Nate Collier's arms.
Yeah, that was what Coach Benjamin talked about a lot from his offense last year is they moved up and down the field but couldn't get it in. That's just one of those big guys hitting you on a wet football, and it pops out. Still a young sophomore trying to hang on to that ball, and that's going to happen. That's going to be some of the growing pains that he needs to learn to live with and grow through, is hanging on to the football right in there.
Travis Adams recovered the fumble for Oak Ridge, and it's first down for the Pioneers at the 6, and more flags come in.
I think they might have just taken a little bit too much time getting that play off. Or they just started a little bit sooner.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see the big guys
Dead
up
ball.
at the top starting to
Ball
move.
start on the offense. Half the distance. Replay 1.
Charles Brown lifted up before the snap. So the Tigers with a chance to maybe go up by 2 touchdowns. Coughed the football up. Nate Collier fumbles. Rashad Smith caused it. Travis Adams recovered. Oak Ridge now with 4:35 to play, and now a Jones mistake. Although they're pointing to Oak Ridge again.
Yeah, Jones made a little bit of a mistake in there, trying to time the snap count. Timed it so well that an Oak Ridge player pulled up too, but it's going to go against Jones in this situation.
We have a dead
Star
ball.
Davis offside.
Encroachment on the defense. 5 yards. Replay first down.
So that makes up for that penalty Oak Ridge had.
Yeah, we see Star right in there, and he goes, and
There it is.
sort of the guard snaps over too as well, but he crossed a little bit too far
The
for that
point
not to be called.
of no return. From the 7, here is Cabrera. All the way to the 39-yard line. Must have been just a tremendous fake. It sucked everybody from Jones in, and there was nobody outside. Henry had to make the tackle on Edwin Cabrera.
Star Davis was coming up the middle to fake the blitz, and Cabrera faked to the fullback, drew the other linebacker, and all of a sudden Cabrera's out around the corner. There's no help because they set the formation into the wide side of the field, running back towards the short side. The safety had to come all the way across the field to make that tackle. 31-yard gain for Cabrera. He's hit as he runs the option and had to hold the football. It was Lamar in there, one of the tacklers for Jones, as Cabrera had no chance that time. Trying to option off of Walter Lamar, the defensive end, but he got into the backfield a little bit too quick for Cabrera to be able to option to him before Cabrera could really get set.
Both these teams running the football. This has been a fast first half, down to 3:40 left, second quarter. Second down and 10 for Oak Ridge. Cabrera on the option. He hangs on and gets to the 40, and that's all. Only about a yard and a half pickup. There was Harry Rucker again making a tackle for the Jones Tigers.
Sort of going sideline to sideline, just pursuing Cabrera. Cabrera was about half a step away from making that pitch. You'll see Rucker trailing him from the inside. Cabrera, watch his head. He's getting ready to make that pitch. Right as Rucker gets there, he's still looking to make it. Had he been able to get that pitch outside, they probably would have gained another 7, 8 more yards on there before Jones would have been able to get him. Third down, they have to get to their own 48-yard line. The ball on the 40 now. From the I formation. Cabrera back to throw. He throws incomplete. The pass was broken up. Curry almost had an interception. Also in there was Star Davis. Yeah, we'll take a look at it. Cabrera has got 2 players running slants, a 6-yard slant and a 12-yard, and neither really was expecting the ball to get in there. just a few too many Jones guys